After a meeting about my care, I sent 2 clear, structured emails. I didn't get a meaningful response. 4 months later, I received a reply to a formal complaint. It didn't resolve the issues. Before continuing, a quick note. This isn't live footage. This is a digital version of me, used because my condition makes recording difficult. Everything you hear is based on real events and real documentation. In the previous video, I showed parts of a meeting between me and the council responsible for my care. This video shows what happened immediately after. After that meeting, I followed up in writing. I sent 2 emails, one after the other. The first set out the situation, the issues, and what I was asking for. The second focused more on the legal context. It was intended to make it clear that I understood how the system is supposed to work and what my rights are within it. I set out the situation clearly. In the email, I wrote, "The current situation does not reflect my actual care needs. There have been ongoing delays and a lack of clear communication. I am seeking a fair and lawful resolution based on the correct application of the Care Act." I also wrote, "I have structured this email so each issue can be addressed directly." These were the actions I was asking for. What I was asking for was specific and within the Council's existing responsibilities. Reinstate the Correct Care Act assessment. This was to ensure my actual needs were properly recorded, carry out a proper financial reassessment, so that any charges were calculated correctly, provide a clear explanation for the delays, because there had already been a long period with no accountability, investigate the involvement and charges of Waisel, to establish whether their role was necessary, confirm in writing what actions would be taken, so there was a clear and accountable record. The second email focused on the legal context. In that email, I wrote, "The local authority has a duty to assess and meet eligible needs under the Care Act." It was to make it clear that I understood my rights and how the system is supposed to work. I sent both emails. Then I waited. There was no reply. I followed up. There was a response, but it didn't address the issues. Then nothing again. More time passed. At that point, I escalated it. I submitted a formal complaint. Up to this point, my communication had become more structured over time, more precise, more aligned with how the system is supposed to work. I understood more about the process, what the responsibilities were, what should have been happening. The emails were clearer than anything I had sent before, more detailed, more consistent, but it didn't change the outcome. Instead of being challenged or responded to directly, the response became less clear, and then it stopped. After submitting the complaint, I didn't keep chasing it. I was waiting, but not expecting a response. At that time, I didn't fully understand that delays and non-responses could become evidence, that they could be used to push things forward. So I didn't push. Over time, you start to adjust to that. When nothing moves, you begin to expect nothing to move. So you wait, and time passes. Weeks passed, then months, 4 months. Eventually, I received a response to the complaint. It was late, and it didn't resolve the issues. Nothing changed. The situation remained the same, and the system didn't respond. That might look like nothing is happening, but this is part of the process. At this stage, I didn't fully understand how to move things forward. I was still waiting for the system to correct itself. Over time, that changes, and how I deal with this changes as well. While all of that was happening, I was just getting on with life as best as I could, waiting, managing day to day. But without the support I needed, things didn't stay stable. They got worse. It reached a point where I became seriously unwell. I didn't have the care in place to manage it properly. And what followed was a situation that could have been avoided. That's what the next video is about.